What it do, wrestling world? It's your boy, the one, the only, Mr. Steal Your Dibs, and welcome to Over the Top Rope Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest joining us today. He is a two-time WildKat Wrestling heavyweight champion, also former WildKat Revolutionary champion. Joining us, two-time. Let me get it right. Two-time, yes, sir. Please correct me. Please correct me. Joining us today, we have the Outlaw, Matt Lancie. How you doing, sir?
Doing good, doing good. Glad to be on the show. Thanks for having me.
Oh, I am glad you're on this show, sir. Let's get right into it. 2 weeks from today, it's the return of WildKat Wrestling. It's been way over a year. WildKat had its show. Talk about the importance of this show happening, what it means to you, all that good stuff.
You know, this show's a little special to me. You know, I've been at every show. Oh, we got someone new. We got someone joining in.
Yeah, that's the co-host Tantilizing Tony. Go ahead, Matt.
What's up? What's up?
Sorry to cut you guys off. I'm going mobile. I'm at Yankee Stadium. It was a last minute thing. I'm in New York where I'm from. I had to come. But listen, I want to thank you for coming on the show last minute. Jared, we'll let you do your thing. I don't want to mess up anything because I don't know what the topic is right now. I just want to say this. I was at an NYWC show today. I'll be at all these other shows coming next week. Get all the good questions for this guy because I know WildKat Wrestling is the place to be. I make it to New Orleans just for WildKat Wrestling, just so you know. So
There you go.
when Tantilizing is in the building, we got to meet face to face. Jared, do your thing. I love everybody. Do your thing, buddy. Take care. I'm out.
Thank you, Tony. Yeah, Tantilizing Tony. He lives in Delaware. I'm from New Orleans, so yeah, he's gonna make the trip one day. But let's get back to the question about the return of WildKat Wrestling.
You know, not only is this very special to me, it's been going into the show coming up on the 31st, be 20 months since last time I've been in action. So I know I'm itching, ready to get back in that ring. But like I said, I've been there from every show at WildKat Sports since 2011. Getting caught up with that. This show itself is one of the most important just for us to hit the ground running and, you know, fresh start. Like we're saying, pandemic or not, live wrestling in person is something special. And on July 31st, Grace King, you're going to see something special.
Speaking of, you're itching to get back in the ring. In November of 2019, at the Revolution Rumble, you won the WildKat Wrestling Heavyweight Championship for a second time. And you were a dual champion because also you were the Revolutionary champion at the time.
Yep.
Right after, and I mean soon after you won that match and won the title, you got injured just like that, just that fast. You tore your ACL. Talk about the rehab and everything you went through from that happening. Because, I mean, man, you had just won the championship.
Yeah, I was on a roll. Yep.
Yeah.
You know, little everyone knowledge that actually happened to me last time I won the title back in 2014.
Wow.
My body gave out on me. In 2014, I won the belt, had one title defense before leg gave out. But yeah, November, won the belt and was at another show, and my leg decided to once again decide, hey, you need to take a break. But luckily, I think it was probably for the best for my well-being. The meniscus got caught up in my knee, which prevented me from actually walking. And then in the middle of my surgeon fixing my meniscus, he kind of took a look at my knee and everything and said, hey, ACL is paper thin. Let's go ahead and take care of that. So, man, I can't thank my surgeon, my PT, all those guys, girls, everyone that helped me. It's probably the best rehab I've ever had in my entire life. You know, the pandemic definitely helped in the aspect of taking some time away and recovering the right way and not trying to rush back in and, you know, re-injure. I think I'm probably faster, stronger, lighter, jump fat, all that stuff now. And it was a hell of an experience to come back from. A lot slower process than in the past, but I think it was well needed for my well-being, for me to be able to come back and perform for all the fans and everyone around the world that's that wants to watch us everywhere I go and all that good stuff. So
understandable. So have you ever defended the title?
One time. Hey, I am undefeated for said title both times I've won it. So that leaves a little fantasy bookings for some people, and I got some unfinished business, if you would say. But hey, I'm excited to be back. It's not all about that, but hey, you never know what's going to happen.
That's true. You make your return in 2 weeks, and we don't know who you're facing. Now, I'm not asking you to tell everybody else who you're facing, but here is my question to you. Since you had to relinquish the title, do you think it would be best for you to face Ryan Davison to get back what is rightfully yours?
I can tell you in 2 weeks, Matt Lancie is going to make an impact. You best believe that. With that being said, I've tangled with Ryan Davison, the final boss, the bear, whatever he's calling himself nowadays. And if I remember correctly, I've beaten him both times. So it doesn't matter who has what. I'm going to go in there swinging, and no one's going to stop what's about to start coming.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, Ryan Davison just became the longest reigning WildKat heavyweight champion of all time. He broke Jay Spades.
Broke Jay Spades. I know that was a hurtful one for that man right there.
Spade will be okay. He'll be okay. But there was some talk among people that says they should put an asterisk next to his name due to the fact that he couldn't do anything because of COVID. I'm like this. That's not his fault. Nothing he can do about that.
No, there's nothing to do about that. You could see the argument with some people saying, hey, there's an asterisk. But Davison's a hell of a champion. I give him that.
I agree.
He has been defending that. He definitely, throughout the pandemic, obviously Louisiana shut down, but guess what? Texas was roaring up shows everywhere. He was defending that belt as much as he could. So, hey, I give him credit for that, but it's time to get back to business in Louisiana.
Yes, sir. Totally agree. Been way, way too long. Let's talk about the 10 years of WildKat Wrestling. You were there from the beginning. Lou Hawks opened the school up, and it's started off as a wrestling school. When he started those, he gives back to the community, stuff like that. We've seen individuals like Katie Forbes. We've seen Ricky Starks, who won the FTW title the other night on AEW. You got Shane Taylor in Ring of Honor. We've seen Stevie Richards come perform with WildKat, Stevie Ray. We've seen big stars, and WildKat has produced stars, including yourself. Talk about the beginning of the WildKat days up until now.
Shit. Like I said, it's been a little minute. I was one of the first class of WildKat. I am currently the only active first class student from WildKat Sports. It's actually a funny story. Me and Hardbody Hopper started together. So, hey, it's been been a little pairing since the beginning. We go back a ways. But we've produced so many. So I've seen countless people come in the door. I've seen countless people leave out of the door. But like the guys you just mentioned, guys and girls you just mentioned, different stars we have. You can't forget about Buku Dao, MLW right now.
That's right.
We're slowly taking over. Got to make some noise for the New Orleans crew.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes the South gets forgotten with the North, West Coast, East Coast, all that stuff. But don't come messing with the South when it comes to wrestling. We're gonna teach you a little thing or two. We're also gonna let you remember what was going on in that ring.
Definitely, totally agree. You have to give a lot of credit to Luke for what he's done. Talk about what he's meant to you, and things he has done to help you improve your wrestling career.
I can tell you right now, a man's been ducking me for years. I think we've only had about one match in WildKat before we started a little small stint as a tag team for a minute before he found his current tag team champion, PJ Hawks. Luke Hawks, PJ Hawks Aries, current tag team champions. But hey, well, second PJ, hell of a kid. But
yes, sir.
Kind of watched him grow up too. It's kind of funny, But Luke has done a lot for not just myself, but everyone else has come through the door, community, wrestling in general. You can't remember last time you've had a credible wrestling organization in Louisiana. You have to look back decades to see that, and the magnitude of what WildKat brings to the door, the stage. I like to say it that WildKat fans, they're WildKat fans. They support WildKat. They're wrestling fans, but they are there for WildKat. They're there for that homegrown talent. They're there for that person we bring in, whether it's a big name, small name, new guys, old guys. They're always there, loud and letting us know exactly what's going on. But like Luke has done that and has been true day in and day out since day one. He's elevated my game. He's got me some opportunities, and I've been in the ring with some of the best in the business. And if I didn't have WildKat Sports, Luke Hawks, I wouldn't have that. I wouldn't have got that chance. So gotta give him respect. But hey, like I said, he's ducking me. So hey, it's all good.
I'll relate a message. Oh man. So in the wrestling world today, it's kind of a shift going on. We've never seen so many major wrestling organizations work with each other. We see AEW with New Japan Pro Wrestling and NWA. We are looking at AEW with Impact, also with Kenny Omega being champions of both organizations. And supposedly the WWE is supposed to be trying to form a working relationship with New Japan Pro Wrestling also, and also sending some NXT wrestlers to work in MLW. What do you think about this cooperation between these major organizations trying to work together all of a sudden instead of always wanting to compete against each other?
It's definitely a different time. When's the last time we seen this happen in wrestling? That's what, 80s, 90s, if that. Yeah. Once 2000 started, it was just kind of, let's break apart, let's try to go at each other and see what happens. Obviously, you got WWE, you got like the monster that is, and then you got all the other organizations. I think it's great. I think it's more opportunity for guys. I think it's fantasy bookings and matchups that you're probably not going to get on the average day if you watch one of the other companies. And this probably should have always happened. This I'm gonna take my ball and I'm gonna go play over there. This is what wrestling is. This is what the wrestling fans want. They want the cooperation. They want that. But I'm hoping that through all this, you get the right guys that should get the right attention. It's very easy for the main starlight guys to go in each place and kind of take up that spot. But hey, let the guys run. Let the new guys run. See what happens, because they got some really talented people going on right now. And being in wrestling for it's 10 years with me and kind of going through. You watch all kinds of things, and sometimes you can see stuff getting a little stale. But I think they're starting to really shake the pot. Start cooking with fire with certain things. So I'm excited to see what happens the next little bit here. It only should go up. Hopefully it's not just.
I totally agree with you. I do not want that. What made you want to become a professional wrestler?
Story. I used to watch everything with my dad. He worked out of town and stuff. So when he came in, maybe 1, 2, 3 times a month got to watch wrestling. I know that when I first got my TV in the room, go watch between WCW, WWF at the time, and always remembered hating when was it whenever they had the dog show coming on, it always made
yeah.
and then I was always younger. I could never watch it, and I always had to like run out of bed and go hit the button and go jump back in bed and try to play that game. It's too late to watch it and everything, but always loved it growing up. And then I actually started in wrestling in a tag team with one of my good friends, Jack Ford, in Rough and Ready. You can have all the fun names with that, where that goes. All the parodies and stuff you can come from that. But obviously, I was a rough one. He was a ready one. But I started, Luke Hawks and Orlando Jordan started the company, and they actually approached Jack in the gym like, hey, you look good. We're doing a little wrestling school. Why don't you come check it out? He was an athletic guy and everything. So I remember he hit me up and said, hey, you want to do this with me? Like, they're doing a little tag team, we go in as a tag team and all that stuff. And I remember, oh yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's go. And then I remember talking to my parents, and they're like, I don't think you should do that. In the past, I had an ACL surgery in high school and everything playing football. So they're like, I don't think that's going to be good. So I was like, oh, I'll just do the workouts with the guys. I'm not going to get in the ring. And turned into, kind of getting caught with the aspect of, why we're getting wrestling knee pads and, why am I finding those in the washer? Where, I'm trying to like sneak them in and stuff like that as I'm doing my laundry, and then one falls out and be like, shit. But they've been super supportive of me, ever since. You always got to have them coming for all the shows and everything. But I kind of came in as a, I always loved it, but I came in as not a favor, but with going in with my friend, one of my close friends, and then actually after the first year, he ended up stepping away, but he stepped away for the right reasons. He wanted to finish school. He wanted to go, he finished school, started a family, good, all that stuff. More power to him, more praise to him, all that stuff. He's doing good with his life, but kind of took the ball and ran with it after that point. I took that 1 year as a tag team and then kind of just went on my merry way with it. So, I credit a lot of my wrestling career in the beginning, first years, kind of learning the craft of it through a tag team. A lot of people don't give the credit that when you're in a tag team, this guy does this, I go to this is whatever it is. But I actually was learning from what I was doing, what he was doing, everyone else was doing. So I was kind of just soaking up as much as I can.
Right.
The last full tag team match we had before I actually turned on my tag team partner and broke his neck.
Wow.
It was Gangrel and Wes Adams, and dude, being in the ring with Gangrel was surreal at the time. It was my first big name I was in the ring with, and man, that dude moves so damn smooth, and just being in there with them and having the good fun stuff. Harper's in there trying to ward off a vampire with his garlic and all that stuff, and all that crap. And that was a really fun match. That was when me and Jack were clicking, and I was like, damn. Kind of look back on that a little bit and be like, where would we have been if he stayed around, stuff like that. But that's my story of how I got into wrestling. Still
awesome.
Still kicking. So
still kicking. Definitely. Now you've been in the ring with many people, and I'm sure you wrestled many people more than once. But tell me about an opponent that you have faced that you would like to face again.
Many come to mind. I'd like to get in there again with Bob Holly. I don't know where he's at right now. I only got to be in there with him. It was me, Bob Holly, and Billy Gunn in a triple threat. That was fun.
Wow.
Stevie Richards is always a fun one to be in the ring with. I remember he was coming back in the wrestling and everything, and I had the privilege to get in the ring with him and stuff. So that was kind of cool. Steve's a mentor of mine. I talk to him. He helps me elevate my game. So gotta give him credit for that. But
definitely.
One guy that I would always love to be in the ring with, and I think it kind of shows, is Jay Spade. We had our 1-year battle, see who was better. And the best part about that is I think we both came out, pushing each other further than we have. And that was the Lancie Spade 86. I don't know how many damn matches we've had so far. I'm pretty sure we wrestle in 8 states now together and going that. But hey, not one of them has fell short. I can tell you that. We can make that entertaining no matter where we go. Got to give him credit for that. Definitely beat each other up a little bit back and forth. I can throw, but he could definitely give it back. So, but, yeah, that's some 3. Gonna go back in. Luke Hawk's ducking me, but hey, we'll get there. All fun. But
it's funny you mentioned Jay Spade and that year that y'all wrestled each other. I mean, I've seen y'all wrestle each other a couple of times, but WrestleMania week here in New Orleans, and I think it's House of Hardcore. Am I correct? You come out and Spade come out, and I was like, what are the odds that they will wrestle each other at House of Hardcore, a Tommy Dreamer event? And then y'all started the show, and y'all started the show the way it needed to be started. Man, great match, and the chemistry that you two guys have with one another is phenomenal.
Hey, like I said, not one match has fell short between me and him. I don't even know what the hell the record is between us. I don't know if we even tagged in Florida together. We were Lethal Weapon. I don't know.
That's right. That's right.
Fun with that. So we got the chemistry with tag, but I know he's moved on, going to start a tag team with Buku Dao and Slime Season. So hey, let's see what happens with them. They're gonna have some fun with each other as well. So, but wrestling House of Hardcore, that was a fun little match, fun little one of those things that, hey, we got you. You're opening the show. I was like, all right. I look at him and I'm like, you ready? Let's go. We got home field advantage too here. So
true.
But
Now, every wrestler coming up has a dream match. Somebody they would like to face that they've never faced. Who is somebody that you would like to face that you've never faced off against? It could be anybody. WWE, NXT, AEW, whoever.
You talking current? You talking overall? You talking about from past and current?
It could be either past or current. It doesn't matter.
Oh shit! You'll put me on the spot like that, because I'm not afraid to get in the ring with anybody. It doesn't matter the styles. I'm very prideful in the fact that I can adapt to whatever is going on in my vicinity of what's going on. But I mean, shit. Right now, let's see. I God rest his soul. I would like to get in there with Brody. Before that was one that I was, he'd have been a fun one to get in the ring with. Actually, I do a lot of research and study and stuff like that, but I like to get in there with Bruiser Brody. Back in the day, I get referenced a lot by some of the, I'm gonna use old timers when I meet them, that when they see me work and everything, they kind of remind me, hey, you remind me of a smaller Bruiser Brody. I'm like, yeah, man, I remember that dude was like 6'6", 300. I was like, I'm not pushing that, but I wish I was pushing that. But it's guys like that, and I wish. I always joke around. I think a lot of guys will say this. I was born in the wrong era of wrestling. I feel like I would have thrived in the 80s. Definitely the way that I work and I go at it and everything like that. But it's guys like that. I take all challengers. I'm never going to shy away from anybody. So I let the fans, ponder about the fantasy bookings and stuff like that, because you never know what's going to happen or where I might pop up. So I'm back. So there's opportunities.
That's right.
There's opportunities.
Before I get to my last question, I need to make this statement. So you saw my co-host Tantilizing Tony pop up for a second. Tantilizing Tony wants to come out of retirement. He used to wrestle. He wants to come out of retirement at the age of 53 years old. He wants to wrestle in front of his kids one time. He wants his kids to see him wrestle. But he wants to wrestle Jay Spade. I told the same to the Edge Stone when I had Edge on the show. He laughed, and Tony was on the show also. Edge laughed out loud and told him good luck. Any encouraging advice for Tantilizing Tony if this match ever happens?
Because
he's only like 5'6". He's a little guy.
Hey, Jay Spade's only 5'2". No, I'm just kidding. No, give him credit. Hey, if he wants to come in, I know Spade wouldn't shy from the challenge, but I trained Jay Spade, and I know how hard he hits. I know what he's coming with. So if you're gonna get in the ring with that boy, just be prepared that it's coming. It's coming. Anything he's throwing, it's coming.
Last question. As a pro wrestler, as a current pro wrestler, what future aspirations or future goals do you want to accomplish?
I've done many things in my career already. I've worked with damn near most of the big promotions. I haven't worked for AEW yet. Never know what's going to happen with that. Never know. My main goal at this point in my career is, I want to make sure that no matter what I do, fans, everyone knows exactly what I'm doing, like what the hell they're watching. I want them to know when they go home, they're going, damn, that man Lancie, he's something, he's legit. And that's the thing, and one of the main things definitely I would like to do at WildKat, I've been in every damn match, I've been in ladder match, bull rope match, last man standing, Iron Man, submission, a bar fight. I think the only last thing I really have to accomplish at WildKat would be a cage match. That's something that maybe in the future we can get to. I definitely would like to be the first man in that, try to goal going. I've first man, hold both belts for the company, Revolution title and heavyweight title on the same night. I was the first man to win the Revolution Rumble and use it the same night. So there's been a lot of firsts with me, but I got that momentum going. But at the end of the day, it's all about what support we get, and that comes from every fan, yourself, everyone else, guys. Having us on the show and promoting us. That's what really drives me and everyone else, definitely at WildKat and every other wrestler that's going on. They're going to say, oh, I don't care. No, they care. It's the fan support, especially us being back live. I mean, shit. I actually caught part of SmackDown last night, seeing the fans back and stuff. And I was like, damn, it's just something missing.
Yes.
From you can have the piped in noise, you can have the little screens and everything, but just hearing the emotion from the crowd and that's genuine emotion. It's not the piped in stuff and everything. And that's what I'm really excited about, come the 31st is, we're going to have a packed crowd and just feeding off that emotion and just, that we're going to be hot all night. So that's, my main goal is just to make sure that no matter what I do going further in my career is going out there and making a statement and making sure that those people know exactly who I am, exactly what WildKat Sports is every time they leave.
Most definitely.
You mentioned this is unheard of with me. You don't get many of these one-on-one interviews, such as myself, as Jay Spade has pointed out to you in the past and everything. But this is a canon Matt Lancie. But come the 31st, you're gonna see a whole different animal, whole different side. So
I've seen that side many a times. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
definitely. Well, Mr. Matt Lancie, the Outlaw Matt Lancie, thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us on this show today.
Thank you.
Greatly appreciate it. I wish you all of the luck come 2 weeks. July 31st. The showtime is at 7 o'clock Central Time. Grace King High School. Please Please show up, support WildKat Wrestling. It's the best thing in the South that's going on right now.
Get your tickets now. Only $15. Get on wildkatsports.com. You can get them at the door, but why are you going to wait? Why are you going to wait in the long old line? Get your tickets. Get them in hand so you can walk in the shorter line. Get your seat because guess what? It's going to be packed. There's going to be people everywhere. And you're going to get your seat because you don't want to be up high, because you want to be as close to the action as possible, because you want to be in the action. You don't want to wait. Stop waiting. We got children tickets, $10 for 10 and under. I mean, come on. You can't go to no big event like that. You can't go to no concert to get that cheap. Spend the money. Come out and see some live professional wrestling. You're not going to be disappointed. You're going to see myself and all the rest of the WildKat superstars. Stop waiting. If you're in Louisiana, you're in the New Orleans area, you're in the South area, doesn't matter. Drive from Texas, drive from Mississippi, drive from Florida. It's going to be worth it. You ain't going to leave upset. Might leave upset because you might hate some guys there. It doesn't matter. You're getting the emotion. It's live. It's in your face. Come to the show. Grace King High School, 31st. 2 weeks. Let's go.
You heard it, everyone. From the Outlaw, Matt Lancie. Thank you, my friend. I will see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you.
I already got my tickets mailed to my house, sir. Definitely.
There you go. There you go.
For our special guest, Matt Lancie, I am Mr. Steal Your Dibs. We'll be back here Thursday with an interview with AEW's Amber Nova. But until then, peace.